Did you know that we can use our external environment in order to help us build greater interoception, internal awareness? Well, we can. Let's talk about it. So, in this series, we're continuing to explore body based practices that are going to really help us in developing a stronger sense of interoception. Now, if you don't know what that is, go back to the previous video and check that out. But basically, interoception is our capacity and ability to tune in to our internal experience. That's everything from hunger to, feeling pain to recognizing a shift of energy or what's happening inside the body, our heartbeat, etc. Okay, and so today we're going to talk about how we can use our external environment to support us in developing this capacity. It is a skill, it is something to develop. We don't just innately know how to do this, okay? So, awareness of physical sensations, really working with stress responses, having that awareness is this is all going to be very helpful. And today, I'm going to start out primarily focusing on using the sense of touch, but I'm also going to give you some tips at the end of this video for how to use your other senses. So stay tuned for that. Now, if you like what I'm sharing, be sure to like or follow so that you can stay up to date with this series and continue to receive all of these great body-based practices that we're going to be exploring. Okay, so what's really true is that for those of us who have experienced trauma, we often find it difficult to connect with our internal states. Numbing out, being dissociated, being disconnected from our feelings was a very smart and very critical way to survive the trauma. But this learned detachment, if you will, ultimately stops serving us along the way. But what is also really fascinating about those of us who experience abuse is that we have a lot of awareness of our environment, okay? So, what's going on around us, external environment and sensations. That makes a lot of sense too, because we, when this is out of balance, are often in a state of hypervigilance. So, looking around us and watching out, paying attention, where's the next bad thing going to come from? And we need to make sure we have that in check too. We don't want to be too hypervigilant all of the time. But since we have a honed external awareness, then we want to be able to, like, let's use that, let's tap into that, right? Let's make good use of it. Okay, so we can use that to really help us connect with our internal awareness, build awareness, and become more connected to our physical and internal sensations. Okay, so this particular practice called anchoring into the present, you're really going to start by connecting with external surfaces. Now, ultimately, the recommendation is that you do this practice on a day-to-day basis for a total of 10 minutes. So not 10 minutes at a time, but maybe 1 minute in the morning, 1 minute in the afternoon, another minute here, another minute there, and just kind of spread it out through your day. But see if you can get in a total of 10 minutes. But don't be rigid about that, y'all. If you do it for 3 minutes, if you do it for 1 minute, great, fine, fabulous. Okay. Wonderful. Um, and okay, great. So let's go ahead and get into the practice. All right. So I'm going to lead you through this series of steps. And then, as promised at the end, I'm going to share with you ways to use other senses. Okay, so the way that you're going to start is I'm going to ask you to place your hand on one surface. So this could be a table, this could be a chair, this could be a wall. It does not matter. It could even be your own body, right? Pressure on your arm, holding the sensation here. It doesn't matter. But go ahead, place a hand on whatever surface you're going to be using for this exercise. Now let's just check in. Is this surface cold, cool, warm, hot? Take the temperature. Is this surface hard or soft? If you put pressure onto the surface, does it move? Does it give? Or is it solid? What color is the surface? We're bringing in a little bit of vision here. But what color is the surface? Just connect with that. What does the surface look like? Is it textured? Is it smooth? Is it bumpy? Is it rigid? And then allow your hand to kind of move across the surface and notice what that feels like. Is there resistance? Is it smooth? Is it easy? Do you feel the different textures? All right. Now, immediately move your hand to a different surface. I'm going to use my little guy here. Isn't he cute? Best little guy ever. Okay, so you can use any kind of surface, any kind of object. You can pick something up, okay? Does this surface feel different from the first one? Right? What are the differences? What do you immediately notice? Right? Is that surface cooler or warmer than the first surface? Harder or softer? You put pressure on the surface, right? What happens? What's the color? Notice the difference. What does the surface look like? When you move your hand across the surface, is the texture different from the first surface? Simple enough. Now, third round, find a new surface. Okay? I'm going to use my coffee cup this time. Right? Amazing. Okay. So, how does this surface feel different? What's the temperature? Mm-hmm. Is it hard or is it soft? If you put pressure on the surface, does it move? Does it give? Check out the colors, the textures. What does it look like? When you move your hand on the surface, what does the texture of the surface feel like? Okay. Now, if you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. Try to review the three surfaces in your mind. Pull in the different temperatures. And even just notice what happens in your body as you mindfully connect with cool, warm, hot, cold. Feel into that sensation of hard or soft. Thinking about the different surfaces and even the transition from, like for me, a hard surface to a really soft surface to a smooth surface. So, what's happening here is we're taking external data and then we're starting to tune in, notice my internal experience of that data, right? Does my body change? Do I have different sensations when I'm mindfully aware of warm, hot, cold? Right. Can I actually just notice how I felt? I actually felt that on my hand. I could feel the texture. I wasn't numbed out. I wasn't dissociated. I was in my body and I was sensing those different variations, those variables, the different data that was coming in. And as my body and my brain was processing that information, starting to even notice what was happening. Okay. So, using external surfaces, noticing what they feel like, which is prompting sensory awareness. Okay, this helps us develop internal awareness. They're very closely tied together. So, I want to share with you some ways to expand internal awareness. Other opportunities, invitations, okay? So try to notice multiple objects of one category, like cups, bowls, books, and note how they differ. So if you have a bookshelf, this is a great way to just like scan it. We often just, the brain just kind of collapses data, puts it all together into like kind of this mumbled thing. But if you become intentional about slowing down your sight and really looking at the books, right? Seeing them individually, you start to notice, how do they differ? You can connect with your sense of smell by smelling different perfumes or foods or candles or incense and notice how they differ. And for me, smell is a really good one, right? So, like before I start a day, I'll get a candle, put it there between my nose, and I notice, like, oh, even just that, like it changed something, like this internal feeling, right? My heart relaxed a little bit. So, when you're using that sensory data, also notice what's happening in your body. Did my belly relax? Did my shoulders relax? Did my heart beat a little faster? Did I smile or have a positive response? Did I close my eyes and feel at ease? Okay, these are all parts of interoception, and using smell is a great way to explore that. Connect with various regions of your body, okay, noting how they differ, right? So notice the difference between how your belly feels versus how your foot feels or your hand feels, right? What is the difference here? What's happening in the texture? What's happening with the skin? It's a good one. And then when you are thinking about like a daily practice, like taking a shower, really start to break it down into all of its little parts and bring some mindfulness and awareness to that. Like really each component. So if you were taking a shower, it might be start with just like feeling the hot water on your back for like 2 minutes and just being still with that and feeling that sensation. And then, put some shampoo or soap in your hands and just feel the sensation of the soap and the texture and the water and then, move as you're washing your hair, right? Feeling that and feel the feeling of the water really washing the shampoo out of your hair. I'm doing that like for 30 seconds. So kind of slowing down each of those steps. So you're bringing in, ooh, what does that shampoo really smell like? And what does it actually feel like? And what is that bubbly sensation like in my body? Okay, so these are really easy, wonderful daily practices that you can use to connect with your external environment and increase your internal awareness. Okay, so give it a shot. And as always, give me your feedback. Let me know what your questions are. Let me know what you are experiencing and noticing in this practice. And as always, if there's any way that I can be a support to you in your healing journey, reach out. I'm here for you. And until next time, take good care.